In this video, we go inside Henry's mind, the cave where everything breaks, where fear, trauma and the truth collide, and where we finally understand. Vecna died not by weapon, but by reality he could not survive. In the cave, Henry sees himself as a child, frightened, trapped, forced to use violence to survive. He doesn't just remember it, he relives it. His powers came from Mind Flayer. The stone he merged with caused him to kill the scientists. But a predator cannot be a victim. A predator cannot lose control. A predator cannot obey unknowingly. And a predator cannot be a vessel. The story becomes unclear on purpose. Henry's words and emotions contradict each other. The writers don't give us certainty. He takes the case. He takes the stone. That's all. Questions explored. Was it choice? Loss of control? Could he have known the stone's power? Could he have known what he was capable of? Henry cries, not as a monster, but as a human reliving trauma. The memory overwhelms his understanding of himself, his sense of the world, the meaning of his life. He becomes little Henry again, defenseless, alone. Then Will speaks, not cruelly, but exactly where Henry is the most vulnerable. Henry's armor cracks. Will's words tear it off, alone with the skin beneath. Henry is exposed, helpless. It wasn't you. These words could save someone else. But Henry has no one, no family, no friends, no support. He feels terror physically. He realizes even his memory was controlled. Will says Henry was just a vessel. In that moment, the last meaning he had is gone. This is no longer about murder or destruction. It's deeply personal. Will asks him to fight, but Henry cannot. Physiologically, it's impossible. To accept Will's words would mean the shooting was an accident, the world wasn't broken, his self had been suppressed all along. Henry says no. A person who makes a choice doesn't collapse like this. Henry collapses because the idea of choice destroys him. He defends himself. He insists at least his conclusions about the world must be true. He clings to his own logic. He remains profoundly human, logical, consistent, misunderstood. Henry cannot be saved, not because he is evil, not because he doesn't deserve it, but because no other life exists for him, past or future, and he knows it. The final crack he cannot deny. He was used. He just lived through it. This is his last self-deception. He understands the falseness. That's why he cries. He isn't choosing evil. He is choosing any illusion of existence over absolute nothingness. The cave is the end of Vecna, not physically, meaningfully. The battle and death are aftermath. Will chooses openness. 11 knows support. Where Henry chose control, they choose vulnerability. That's why the question, what killed Vecna, has only one answer. Not a weapon, not a hero, but the human truth he could not survive. Evil doesn't need meaning. A monster doesn't need coherence. A human does, even if survival means destruction. The lesson: a child left without support, facing trauma alone, may be doomed not by one act, but because no alternative ever existed.
I think trapped inside the monster is always that little boy. But trapped inside the monster is always the little boy.